Hey, good morning. I'm Jake McNeal, and I am your Member Services Agronomist for GreenPoint in North Alabama. Sitting on the tailgate this morning, I want to talk a little bit about cotton and the situation that we're in this year. You know, across our area and region, we get started with our cotton planting in late April and early May. That's normal. This year is no different. However, the weather conditions that we got after so much of our crop was planted during that first week of May really got cold and wet, and stayed that way for 7 to 10 days. And the effect that had was reducing our germination rates. Cotton that did germinate just sat there, didn't grow, and as a result of those two factors, we actually had a lot of replanted acres this year. But whether cotton was replanted or not, we have got cotton now in July the 7th that right at pinhead square from some of our earlier cotton all the way up to stuff that's right at bloom but not really there yet, which is different for us because we usually look for blooms around July 4th. We take that as an indication of the crop that's doing well, it's progressing like it should, and for the most part this year we're just not there. Even after those cool wet planting conditions that we have, we've just had a cool wet year, and as a result the cotton crop isn't moving along, ticking along quite as fast as we normally would expect it to be by July 4th, which was just this past weekend. So as of today, July 7th, looking forward, here's a couple of things that are on my mind from the standpoint of managing the crop. First of all, we're managing a crop that's so widely spread out growth stage wise, not just on a regional basis, but even on a specific on-farm basis. So I think it's important to keep that in mind, especially when we think about making early season PICS applications. Depending on variety, we may be looking at making some of those applications as early as pinhead square. And this year, it's just not going to be the case, I don't think. We're going to need to really be careful about slowing a crop down that's already moving fairly slow. As long as those internode lengths are staying like they need to be, there's really no need to try and slow this crop down anymore. But shifting perspectives from where we are to where we will be, I think it's really important to think of it like this. We're already at July 7th. And this time next month, really more like late August, we're going to be thinking about things like nodes above white flower in terms of cutout and our last effective flower date. And what that really means is the time at which at 5 nodes above white flower or at that last effective flower date, how much heat units we're going to have beyond that point to actually develop and mature those bolls out and actually be able to get them in the picker. And so that's kind of the time that we think about terminating some of our inputs, maybe making a final cleanup insecticide application, but then being done thereafter. However, if we end up with good growing conditions later on in the season, if we move into August and September and we're actually finally getting some heat units on our crop, we're going to want to extend that period out just a little bit longer in hopes that we actually can mature some of those later forming bolls with the cotton crop that we have in 2021. I think that will be really important for us to have the kind of success that I know that we can. Cotton is a great crop for North Alabama in this region, primarily because of our growers. They know how to grow it. They're going to do a fantastic job, and we look forward to being able to helping them however we can. Thanks. Have a great day.